of Vaughn Gittin Jr., the chrome nose of the RTR. RTR ready to rock for a new generation of Ford tuners, not just limited Mustangs. F-150s, the all-new Bronco. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front. Feddy in that chase position. Vaughn initiates. Coming in that first front clip. Big angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Federico very close in proximity. Just as I say that, Vaughn pulls away into the keyhole in that second outside zone. Feddy taking a shallower line. Oh, it looks like he had to check himself up before he wrecked himself up. And now back past that touch and go area and headed back up the hill. Your current and defending Formula Drift champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. making it look good as Feddy got a front row seat and almost too close a front seat or riding shotgun seat. Defending Formula Drift champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. For glory there is Royal Purple, the Royal Purple Synthetic Experts official engine oil of Formula Drift. Coming down the pipe. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Look at the angle from Vaughn. Dylan just kind of a slow roller into it, and he is bathing in that Nitto tire smoke. Here goes Vaughn. First outside zone. Ticking the box. The second outside zone. Woo! Dylan Hughes lunges forward. He takes a shallower line. He compromises that line in order to get that proximity. And now on that touch and go, Vaughn doesn't get all the way in, but both of them do on that last inside clip. Great job by Cook it and burn the dinner. That's when he comes out on top. So Dylan Hughes, he's got the clean air. How's Vaughn Gittin Jr. gonna chase him down? Dylan Hughes initiates, uses all the track, gets out to the dust, and starts that GT radial burn. Oh, and there it is. Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes in shallow, tightens it up, out to that second outside zone, gets out there, hits it and quits it. But Vaughn Gittin Jr., look at this, he is sweating him, the chrome nose in the back end of that BMW, quickly getting out of that keyhole. And look at this, Dylan Hughes bringing it up and around that final front clip. Here we go, let's send it. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Yves Meyer, never doing battle against each other as Vaughn Gittin Jr. goes towards the middle of the course, and as we said, the lead car has the right of way. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. lifting that front left tire. Oh man, Yves Meyer getting christened in smoke. Into that second outside zone. Oh, we got contact. Vaughn Gittin Jr. stays in it. Woo! Makes some noise, Atlanta. Wow, we got rubber on rubber contact, but Houston, we do not have a problem. Yves takes one of those cones as a souvenir all the way home. All right, the Type S lights are on, underglow. And now into that first front clip. Here comes Yves Meyer. Vaughn Gittin Jr. chasing him down. Now pass, taking all the cones, eating them up like pack pellets. Now into that second outside zone. Yves does not get all the way out there, and that was a line he took with Vaughn Gittin Jr., and that's what actually caused the accident. So it looks like Vaughn maybe give himself a little bit of room here and might surge here towards the end. No, he does not, but he knows he has that kind of advantage. And Matt Field hunting him down. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates, big angle from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Look at that, he's got that back right tire, Ryan, your point now. Did it go flat? I don't know. That thing it looks like he's on rim potentially, but if he finished, might have debeated, but if he finished, oh boy, and there it goes.
It debeated on initiation, and it's fine in terms of can he finish finishing the run because it's the second half of the battle.
Yes.
But obviously it doesn't look like he was able, well, and Matt got really close there too. It can't ever be easy.
No, but I do believe that with that, when he transitioned, because what was that?
It's the right rear.
Right rear. Must win for Vaughn Gittin Jr. in order, no, not the case even there either. Here we go, Matt Field and Vaughn Gittin Jr. The scenarios play out as the tires burn on. Matt Field initiates into that front clip. Right there, look at him. Matt Field just wraps it around that front clip. Now going to that first outside zone, some wavering by both the drivers in that second outside zone. Right there, riding the line is, woo! Oh, doctor, look at this! Both these guys showing up, toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, body parts being shredded off, shredded to send it to end it. Matt Field, number 9 qualifier versus Feddy, qualifying 24th. Vaughn Gittin Jr. quickly gets to the side. Gets to that wall. Nice job as Fetty. A little bit lower on the bank as the sparks fly over the jump, three-wheel motion. Again, looking like a rap video. Looking loose is Vaughn Gittin Jr. Fetty. Back there just a little. I know Vaughn's going to be over there at Drift Night over at Freedom Factory with our boy Cletus McFarland. Shout out Cletus. What's up, homeboy? James, get the toolbox. No toolbox needed right now. Is coming down into that first front clip over the hip. Back to his motocross days. And there it is, Vaughn Gittin Jr. pounding away on the blue oval. That is the Ford Hot Rod Mustang of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chris Forsberg will lead. Out qualifying Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank. High on the bank goes Chris Forsberg. Vaughn Gittin Jr. nosing in, door to door, wheel to wheel. Now coming down into the bank. Sparks go flying once again. Forsberg transitions into that front clip. A little bit of a wide swing around that second inside clip. Vaughn Gittin Jr. nosing in, diving in. Make some noise, Orlando! Motorsports and working with their respective manufacturers. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. High on the bank, a little shimming there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Oh, massive angle there. Look at that. Vaughn throws some more at him. Oh! And Forsberg goes ablaze. Wow. We've seen that multiple times from Chris Forsberg. What happened there? Comes down to that transition. He is in fuego. The Link ECU Grade 8. Chelsea Denofa comes out swinging, literally. Oh, some sparks go flying already. Chelsea Denofa. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there. We got twin RTRs on track. Transitioning through the jump. Nice job by both these guys. These guys are getting a lot of seat time. Look at this. RTR ready to run. Make some noise. Ready to rip.
They heard you, and they said yeah.
Shut up. No. RTR. It's an all RTR battle for Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chelsea Denofa Ford Performance. Dropping in, coming in hot, throwing sparks. Oh, Chelsea comes in. Comes out swinging. Woo! Doctor, are you kidding me? Look at this.
To the moon.
Yo! Boom goes the bumpers. Holy bumper explosion. And there's an RTR inside the Pinata Bros. High fives. Yo! That change out the transmission is what he texted me. So, yeah, the gearbox, excuse me. Here we go. Dean Kearney. Oracle lights are on as he comes into that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Not an ideal wet setup. He comes in very shallow and now comes on into that second outside zone, bringing it all the way out and working it into that front clip. You can see Dean Kearney, some separation here. Let's see how they handle that final outside zone. Crawling into it. And Dean Kearney puts that back left tire. So our defending champion, Vaughn Gittin Jr., struggling here in the wet, chasing down. These guys got their signature lights, the RTR signature grill lights. Oh, look at that. Little yank of the handbrake, gets it all the way out to that outside zone. Seems like the fresh air or the fresh water getting the mister, keeping the car cool. And oh, something happened there. It looks like the attitude of the vehicle almost looks like he hit a pothole, but I don't think that was the case. Now through that second outside zone, coming in on the front clip. Both these guys navigated around it properly. Some distance created between them. Vaughn, look at that. Gets it all the way to the outside of the edge of the course, almost getting into that wall, Ryan. Start. Here we go. Let's see how the G37 handles that Mustang in the rear view mirror. The chrome nose diving in. Jonathan Hurst, not exactly the highest on the bank there. Midline, the proper line, allowing Vaughn Gittin Jr. to gain some proximity. Hurst throws it in. Looks like he took kind of an A to B and then bones out of that second outside zone and then into that third outside zone. Ryan, I want to talk about that third outside zone. Those white lines, the multiple white lines, they are getting ran over quite a bit.
Look, this is the shot that the program room has been using for side-by-sides. Hurst, you can see way down the bank there, then speeding up to try to catch up to Vaughn Gittin Jr. Vaughn coming off outside zone 1, midline. That's definitely what the judges want to see, but Hurst tucking up on the inside, following very closely there to outside zone 2. Really good job by both drivers there. Hurst with the high point, but then he doesn't capitalize on it. He falls back. He does not fill outside zone 3 at the beginning, and he kind of lets Vaughn get away. Vaughn came off that zone a little bit early there, but outside of that, did really well in that zone overall. Caliber driver, up, left, right, and center.
Here we go. Bakchis will lead. Vaughn Gittin Jr. giving chase. Our final battle of the Great 8. Bakchis initiates. And you can see Vaughn Gittin Jr. chasing him down. Might be calculating some formulas here as far as, or Odie might just be pulling away from him. Right now, Odie fills all that second outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. now maneuvers that into the third and final outside zone. Banging on the door. As Vaughn gets in the side of Bakchis, that very well might have shut him down. That was a just square shoulder. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Bakchis. Vaughn will lead, Odie will give chase. Don't leave in the judge's hands, throw down a gangster run. As Vaughn, little separation here between the two drivers. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Drops down, taking a bit of a tighter line there. Vaughn, big angle, Bakchis comes on in that last final outside zone. And bring it across the finish line. Ryan, go look into that, somebody. Frederico Aasbo in that Rockstar Engineering Toyota GR Supra. Leading the pack here in that first outside zone. Got gold and chrome. Ripping around the track. Frederico Aasbo, Vaughn Gittin Jr. We saw this with Odie where he leaves himself a lot of room, but he might be able to grip up now. Look at that. Frederico Aasbo pulling that front right, as does Vaughn Gittin Jr. These guys hitting the three-wheel motions. Looks like Aasbo left a little in the tank here as we go down to the final four. The Type S License battle. Who's going to the finals? Vaughn Gittin Jr., Frederico Aasbo, let's send it! Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Aasbo very low on the bank, very surprising, as Gittin has some in the tank as he goes against the Norwegian Hammer. The professional fun hammer into that second outside zone. Aasbo, something is afoot, all ditto tire. As Vaughn almost spinning out. What is going? They might be out of tire, Ryan.
Yep.
I believe both drivers
potentially DB'd for Aasbo.
I'm not seeing the right side. Left side? Oh boy, we saw this before.
Yeah. It kind of I think it happened on initiation potentially, but I'm not 100% about that. I noticed that there was something
against Vaughn Gittin Jr., two-time and defending Formula Gym champion. And look at this. Vaughn says he prefers chasing first, so he got exactly what he wished for as he now goes against Rome. Rome looking very clean, tidy. Vaughn Gittin Jr., the chrome nose in tow. A lot deeper angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Maybe taking some speed out of the car to allow. Again, there's got to be a horsepower difference here between these two gentlemen. And Rome's got to be stoked, man. You know, Rome Charpentier will give chase. Let's see if Rome can hang with the two-time and defending FD champ. Yes, he can right now. The answer is yes. All of the above as Vaughn Gittin Jr. now comes out of that outside zone 1 into the power alley. Rome digging deep, throws it to the side of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Here's Rome tight. Rome letting it all hang out in the Garagistic E36. Look at that, Rome. No pushover. Thought this was going to be a little bit of an outpowering match for the defending champ, but not the case, Ryan.
Open bracket now.
To be fair. All right, here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Matt Field. This is a barn burner. Here we go. Jason Dienda. Let's see who comes out on top. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Matt Field. Matt Field gets to the side. An All-American battle. This is a battle of the All-American muscle, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. leading. Matt Field, the beast of the bay, making his presence felt. Down into the power alley, literally and figuratively. 16 cylinders, toe-to-toe, wheel-to-wheel. Falcon to Ditto. Past that front clip, and now in that final outside zone. Come on, Seattle. Woo! Insane! Like when you need it, bud.
Here's why this is interesting to me.
Hurry up, wrap it up. No,
okay.
Tell me later.
New set of tires for both.
New set of tires for both. Matt Field gets the grip, shoots away from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Both of them have a brand new set of respective tires, Falcons and Dittos. Matt Field a little bit higher. Vaughn Gittin Jr. takes some angle out of it to gain proximity and goes on him. Here going down into that power alley. Vaughn Gittin Jr. lunging forward like a fencing match here in the Olympics. Now bringing into that front clip. There goes Matt Field. Now transitioning into that final outside zone. Who's going to come out on top? Ryan. Woo! There we go. What do you say? Formula Drift.
Jump, and he's going to pace Vaughn Gittin Jr. Maybe there's a potential horsepower differential, as we saw in the numbers.
numbers, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. in that second outside zone. Jeff Jones taking a way tighter line, throwing him off, and Jeff tried to dive in on the inside. Not the proper line, especially since he was off that second outside zone. Now transition that final outside zone. Jeff flirting with that door. Oh boy. Holy cow. Here we go. Jeff Jones in that first outside zone, initiating. And there we go, riding right there on the edge of the course. Now transitioning in that second outside zone. Jeff Jones taking that wide line, but definitely tightening it right back up into that third outside zone. Now Vaughn, doesn't need to be super aggressive here. And he doesn't do that. And here we go. Two veteran Mustang drivers. Justin Pawlak now transitioning into that second outside zone. The green RTR kidney grills shining up on the side of that Falcon tires Ford Mustang. Now coming to the last outside zone, JTP gets out there, gets deep. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets out there as well. Pretty straightforward. And that Monster Energy Nitto tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D. Look at that tit for tat, absolutely synchronized swimming. Swimming in smoke, that is. And now big angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. tightens it up. JTP take out that inside clip, no big deal from him. Big angle from Vaughn Gittin Jr. and he gets all the way to the outside zone 4. And the sparks coming off that titanium exhaust, if you can recall, back sparking some flames there with that. Chris Forsberg earlier this year. Outside zone, let's see how they handle it. Jamming on by into that first outside zone, and now I have a feeling they're really going to turn it up. They don't want to leave it in the judges' hands. They saw how good each other was, and right now they are showing up. Just tapping. Oh, wow, look at that. Just tapping, bringing it in the outside zone 3, into outside zone 4. Big, nasty flick by Vaughn Gittin Jr. And he slides it right in to that outside zone 4. That is the Ford Mustang. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Justin Pawlak, piling those Ford Mustangs. Here we go. Which pony is going to reign supreme here at St. Louis now? Vaughn Gittin Jr. leads in that second outside zone. A little bit of gap there as Justin Pawlak tries to tighten it up. Trying to center punches that inside clip, and now coming to the last and outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Gotta say, it goes a little bit deeper there, Ryan.
I was more looking at the chase runs. I think
Vaughn's
here we
go back with the second one more time, meaning the third battle overall between these two Ford Mustangs. JTP, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Here we go, grab some snacks, grab a drink, let's send it, here we go. JTP initiates into that first outside zone, Vaughn Gittin Jr. in tow. They've had some time to think about this. What do they need to do? Vaughn Gittin Jr. let JTP get away a little bit. Now again, looking for that X factor. It's looking pretty solid right now up until this point. How are they going to handle that outside zone 4? JTP goes a little deeper. Where's your money at? Who you put it on? Vaughn Gittin Jr. or Justin Pawlak? Vaughn Gittin Jr., the Monster Energy Nitto tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR. Goes in that first outside zone. Justin Pawlak, tit for tat right there with him. And then now in that second outside zone, Vaughn with the wider swing allows Justin Pawlak to get right to the side of him, has that front flip, goes and flies off to exit stage right into that outside zone 4. Ryan, I mean, come on. These guys are on rails. They are driving so well, and they're making it look so easy. Yeah, so it definitely did show up in practice battles where they were going for it. Here we go, let's send it, fellas. Let's see if we can repeat what happened in Seattle. Matt Field, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Matt Field initiates that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there. Now transition, you see Vaughn Gittin Jr. pedal back just a little bit, giving a little bit of balancing room there. Coming to that third outside zone, you can see the Ford Mustang of Vaughn trying to get a little bit closer here. Now transitioning in that final outside zone. Matt Field doesn't get all the way out to the outside zone 4. And again, probably difficult to see, but now you're going off muscle memory, trying to do battle in Seattle. And now here goes Vaughn Gittin Jr. into that first outside zone. And there we go as Matt Field goes in that second outside. Oh! And there it is. So that very well could have caused that. And that was what they were scared of. So he dives in. Vaughn Gittin Jr. continues the rest of this run. And Matt Field goes, Mr. Plow. Yeah, at least the lights are still on. Here we go. Frederick Aasbo initiates. The lights are on in a major way. The Type S lights, that is, as Frederick Aasbo initiates. Oh, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. He rotates. He overcooks it. And Frederick Aasbo continues on through the course. He does need to continue as long as he finishes out this run.
I did not expect that.
No, he burned. And Rome Charpentier giving chase. Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr. coming into view. Rome knows, coming out, touch and go! Slams into it. Adjusted a little bit of the attitude of the vehicle. Digs really deep on that second outside zone. Look at Rome on the attack. Woo! Rome Charpentier saying, all right, here's a shovel. Can you dig it? And watch the attitude. Vaughn knows, like hopefully his spotter was listening. Lontaine said, hey man, it's no pushover, so let's see what you got.
Yeah, and Rome.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes out swinging like a title bout. Coming into view of the judge, the naked eye, out to that. Touch and go. He does touch and he does go. Rome Charpentier not backing down. Nice job by Rome. As it throws, takes a little angle out of it to gain proximity around that final clip. Rome knocks it out. A great approach there by Vaughn Gittin Jr. Rome right there hanging out in the shadows. Corvette and a cone was just barely nicked by Matt Field. The anticipation mounts. You could feel it. So thick you could cut it with a knife. All right, you can see the car stacking up back there. There's Chelsea Denofa. He's out of the pits, Ryan. So we'll finish up the second half of that battle. But right now, Denofa seeing his teammate, his team owner, and Matt Field, the points leader. And both Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Chelsea have that approach. They kind of have that staggered start, meaning that you can see him, he's back a little bit, give himself a little bit more run up. So here we go. And look at that, Matt Field comes out swinging, out of the chicane into, let's see how he handles that, touch and go. Really deep, nice done. Into that first outside zone, in the zone. Really deep goes Matt Field once again. Vaughn Gittin Jr. tracking him down, and both of them wrapping nicely around the inside clip. So Ryan, we saw now lead the Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Mustang. Let's see what Vaughn's got for Matt Field. Clean start, here we go, second half of this battle. Who's moving on to the grade 8? Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Doesn't get out to the touch and go, Ryan. Oh, big angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Massive angle from Field as well. Tracking him down, here goes Matt Field, surging in attack. Woo! Look at that! Wow, that looked like they were magnetized to each other. That was absolutely insane, the way he transitioned and just dropped into formation. That was sick.
I'm not going to say there's levels to this game, but
there are levels to this game.
But that was amazing by Matt Field. Vaughn Gittin Jr. on the touch and go, he kind of didn't get all the way out there like Matt did, but he crushed it on number 1. And
you're in store for one heck of a battle. Let's send it! Chelsea Denofa initiates. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Oh, doctor, look at that! 2 Mustangs, mano a mano. The ponies are racing. It's a stampede. Oh! Woo! What did you say? Yeah! Oh my goodness! So the plot absolutely thickens. So why would you write both cars away? Ryan, you said it, I said it, we put it out there. Zero chill, Vaughn Gittin Jr. getting after it, pitter patter, let's get at her, Furta for the boys. Wow. Wow. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Don't forget to tip your wager. Here we go.
Judges are going to be locked into something specific.
Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front, Chelsea Denofa. Again, currently second in points, Chelsea Denofa. Vaughn Gittin Jr. now transitions. Chelsea Denofa transitions a little bit off of that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chelsea now bringing on home around that final front clip. Here comes Chelsea Denofa. Oh! And Chelsea spins. That's it. That's going to be it. So second in points.
You thought it was...
All right, pulling off the line. We got a clean start. Let's see what Frederick Aasbo's got going on, what he's got cooking. We saw these guys go one more time before, and here we are again. Because these guys have seen so many battles over the years. And there, Aasbo puts the car in the right place. Vaughn Gittin Jr. We got chrome and gold. All precious metals. But who's going to hold carbon fiber? Aasbo. Let's get a clean start here. And that's exactly what we get. Vaughn Gittin Jr. leading. The lead car has the right of way. Fires across the nose of that Toyota Supra, and Vaughn, banging bumpers, transitioning. Looks like it throws him off a little bit, but Frederick Aasbo keeps pace, transitions in and around that final clip. That lead car, but looks like Vaughn is saying, go ahead, Gushi, I got you. And there goes Ken Gushi, ready, Toyota Racing, Toyota Supra. There goes, look at Ken Gushi, great angle from Gush. These OG veterans since 2004. Vaughn Gittin Jr. taking a bit of a lower line. Ken Gushi saying, yeah, I know you're leaving, Vaughn, but it might put you out in a body bag. As Ken Gushi in that second outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. not backing down. Now to that final outside zone. Ken Gushi into that final outside zone. Ryan, no real pivotal moments.
Okay,
Have him go at it again. Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front, that Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D. And Ken Gushi, that Toyota, the ready Toyota Racing, Toyota Supra. Vaughn Gittin Jr. high on the bank. Now coming down into that transition past that inner clip. Into that second outer zone, the inner oval. Vaughn Gittin Jr. goes all the way out there. Ken Gushi taking a lower line. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. past that second inner clip. Ken Gushi navigates past it. Ryan, this might be the uppercut that Vaughn Gittin Jr. was looking for. What do you think?
Gushi gave a really nice effort there towards the end to close the gap, but there were some open opportunities, and one of them is trying to take it.
Yeah, he's not now because Aasbo has made it through. He could certainly get into the top 3.
Yeah, yep. All right, here we go. Rome Charpentier, Vaughn Gittin Jr. As Rome, the Garagistic E36 BMW. Wow, Vaughn. You see him jump up to that wall, but doesn't have the angle that Rome did. Now, coming on down to that inside clip. Let's see how Rome handles this second outside zone. Some wavering there from Rome, but look at Vaughn. Composed, bringing that second inside clip. Now bringing that final. Look at Rome Charpentier, as you said, very competitive. Going against, as you said, the defending champ. Dude, you're like a out front. Rome Charpentier in the chase position. Will this be Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s last ever head-to-head battle Formula Gym competition? Vaughn Gittin Jr., massive angle there. Rome Charpentier right in the mix. Now past that front clip, in that second outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr., massive angle, fills all of it. Now Rome shows up. Vaughn Gittin Jr. past the inside clip once again. Oh, looked like Rome. You sound like Jay-Z right there, Ryan, saying, just want to mention, oh! Here we go. Vaughn, could this be his last run? You said it, I'll say it again. This is his last run in the Formula Gym Championship. We saw that mistake by Rome. But Vaughn, you know, he does have kryptonite, let's see. But right now, not showing up at all. Vaughn Gittin Jr. flexing on Rome Charpentier right now. Not going home just yet. Vaughn Gittin Jr. says, not today. Well done by Vaughn out front there, Ryan.
Yeah, and really.
And here we go. Rome, aggressive flick on the bank. Vaughn Gittin Jr. pacing him, mimicking the angle, about a car length distance. Let's see how they handle this second outside zone. Look at Rome, excuse me, look at Vaughn. Looks like he took a little bit of angle out of it to gain proximity, but then goes right back. Oh, wow, look at this. That was an interesting angle there. We're gonna have to take a look at that. I don't know if Rome got out of shape to go against Aasbo. Kazuya Taguchi, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Kazuya Taguchi initiated into the big bank. I'm telling you, Kazuya Taguchi, one to watch. And he is not gonna let Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s retirement get into his way. And now into that second outside zone. And look at that big angle from Kazuya Taguchi. Now to that last outside zone by Taguchi and Vaughn Gittin Jr. bring on around his position. Now here goes Vaughn. Also
Monster Energy Ditto Tire, Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5. Kazuya Taguchi, riding Taguchi goes into the wall. Now Vaughn Gittin Jr. does need to complete the entirety of this run, and he will be going on into the Final Four. A couple more clips. We've got that inside clip and now outside zone, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. will be finding himself in the Final Four. Gittin on his retirement night. One more time. And so here we are. It is do or die. And Frederick Aasbo gets the win against the two-time champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. He'll be your 2021 Formula Drift champion. Here we go. Frederick Aasbo high on the bank in that inside-outside zone into the first inside clip. Now to the second outside zone goes Aasbo and Gittin. Vaughn Gittin Jr. doing a great job of mimicking the angle and digging deep in that second outside zone. Now to that final outside zone goes Aasbo, both of them pulling up that front right wheel. Vaughn Gittin Jr. loses the bit proximity, falls back, send it. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Frederick Aasbo, Monster vs. Rockstar, Ford vs. Toyota. Vaughn Gittin Jr., his last Formula Drift competition as Vaughn leads in that first outside zone, transitioning past the first front clip. Now in the second, Vaughn leads in Aasbo. Aasbo right there. Is there enough to have a deciding factor here, Ryan? Into that final outside zone. Look at that, Vaughn Gittin Jr. shooting